Hello, everybody. Um, it, it's been a minute. A lot of stuff has happened, and this is kind of just going to be an update of sorts. There was a point in time before the biggest thing happened that I was struggling to put out content because I was stressed out about stuff with work and college and money and all of that. Um, so I was going to take about a month break was the idea. After I posted my covers, that was the plan. And then I ended up in the hospital on December 29th of 2022. Um, I was in the hospital from the 29th, about noon on the 29th, till the um I'm sorry, the 3rd of January. It it was a dramatic, traumatic week that I was in the hospital. And I really want to appreciate all of the nurses that were working with me while I was in there. It was really difficult. Not just on me, but on the staff there because they were understaffed and overbooked. I don't think overbooked is the right word, but you know what I mean. They had too many patients for the amount of rooms they had available. Um, I was, both luckily and unfortunately for me, in the ICU unit because the only way that they could fix the lower bowel blockage, which was what I was in there for, was by putting an NG tube down my esophagus to remove the obstruction. What that meant was the tube was down my throat through my nose. I had an IV giving me saline and vitamins, with an additional uh, injection site for my pain medication. Initially, they were giving me fentanyl, but it literally only made me dizzy and made the pain stop for about 10 minutes before I needed another dose. At which point, they moved me up to Dilaudid, which was significantly more effective at doing its job. It made me tired. I remember being very, very sleepy, but I couldn't feel the pain anymore. And that lasted for several hours. And there was a point in time after I was officially admitted that I could not sleep unless they gave me a dose of Dilaudid and a dose of an extra strength variety of my anxiety medication via the IV. And even then, it was about 10 minutes of sleep that I'd get before I was woken up by blood lab techs to test my blood to see how I was doing, if I was properly hydrated enough to continue with the steps they were taking, and to make sure that it was not another disease that is similar to Crohn's that was causing this. So, around 4 a.m. for a week, my room was slammed into by blood techs. I don't think they were doing it on purpose. I think they were just trying to get in, do their job, and go so that they didn't bother me, but instead they scared the shit out of me. And I have difficult veins, so it would be 15-20 minutes that they were in there trying to get blood from me at 4 a.m. while I couldn't sleep. I also needed to call a nurse anytime I needed to use the restroom. I had to call a nurse if I wanted to go for a walk around the ICU floor to get myself better. And when I got back, the nurse would be there to get my vitals, get my blood, and give me some more Dilaudid. It was a very long process. And about a week later, I went into my regular doctor to find out that even though I had spelled my name for them about 7 different times, they have it spelled incorrectly in the system. So my doctor could not look at any of my files that they had at the hospital. She could not look at anything that they had written down, anything that they had given me. And the only reason she even knew I was in the hospital for a Crohn's flare-up was because they called her to let her know, hey, one of your regular patients is here admitted in the ICU, just so you're aware. And that was all of the information that she was given, was that I was there for a blockage in my lower colon, and that was it. She couldn't see my files, she couldn't see what they had given me. Like, I had to tell her what they gave me, what they did, what they were saying to me. And half of it I do not remember, which was a really big problem because my doctor needed to know this information and she couldn't look at my files. And she had to base it off of word of mouth from the patient who was drugged up the entire time they were in there. They then gave me a prescription for prednisone, which if you don't have to take prednisone, don't. It tastes like literal poison. And it's chalky, so it dissolves on your tongue the second it touches it. It's awful. I had to take 4 of those for a week, 2 of those for 2 weeks, and 1 for a week, in order to get myself into steady remission. And then beginning of this week or last week, I had a colonoscopy so that they could take a biopsy of my stomach and everything. And when I say stomach, I mean all of my intestinal tract and all that. They had to take a biopsy of that, look at it all with a camera, make sure that I'm not, that I don't have, what was it, pulpits or something like that. And I was given a local anesthesia for that, so that I didn't have to be awake or remember any of it. And they still have yet to call me with the results of the biopsy. So I'm waiting on that. So, what all of that means is at the moment I am in a position where I feel I need to take a break from this. I know I have been for a while. There are still videos that I have edited, ready to post, that I can't get up the energy to come up with witty descriptions and cutesy little titles for and post them with the thumbnail and everything. It's just not where I'm at right now. And there are videos that have been recorded that still have to be edited that I can't look back at right now, because all of that happened before I was rushed into the hospital. And I still know that in those videos I am in intense pain and just tolerating it because I think I'm overreacting to something that's completely normal, and it's not. What I thought was an ulcer, induced mainly by stress, was in fact a biological illness that is greatly affecting my day-to-day life. And I thought I was overreacting. And knowing that now, that I was in so much pain, and I was gaslighting myself into thinking that I was fine, is really frustrating. So at the moment, I can't look at those videos. And I'm really sorry about that. I want to give you guys content. The whole reason I started this channel was to make content and make people laugh and make people happy, and I can't be happy myself looking back at those videos right now because I was in so much pain, and I refused to tell anybody because I thought I was fine. So this is me. I'm done pretending I'm fine when I'm not. I'm in pain. I have been stressing myself out for the better half of a year over stupid shit to do with my biological mother, to do with high school, jobs, this. I've been putting myself through hell and claiming I'm fine when I've been overworking myself, and I'm gonna get better about it. For the sake of me, for the sake of this channel, and for the sake of my own happiness, I need to take a break. I will come back. I will. I will not forget about you guys. I will not forget that you guys are here and still waiting for me. I will come back. I have content ready for you guys. I just need some time to be able to process what's in those videos. And they will be all yours. Thank you all so much for your patience and for sticking by me this whole time when I've been dealing with emotional nonsense and medical nonsense. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you all have a magical evening. Until the next one. Bye.